batwita teacher, batwita mwarimu murezi wacu teacher. Monsieur maîtresse z'amahimbano ni twe, utatunyuza imbere ubwabazimiye. Twavukiye kuyobora isahabona kurusha imitima y'abatarinda shima, ituwe n'ishimwe ifitiye teacher. Mu ndirimbo, mu magambo, mu ntamuko ya mu ntahava akagera, habamo teacher. Haba mu mukono na kashe ya teacher, ibyo umuntu azi akora n'ibyo yize, usumba byose nitwe yohereje mbere, rw'imbaga yibona aho yerekera.
Good afternoon, class. How are you? How was lunch? Really? Delicious. So before we discuss it deeply, let's answer these questions. Okay, you're going to first think individually. You think about these questions, then you're going to pair after we have time to share. The first one says, what do you need as an individual so as to fully enjoy life? Can your family, community, and government do to ensure that you live a fulfilled life? So you have 1 minute to think about it and 1 minute to share. Now you can pair. We start with the first one. Who is ready? Erika?
I think we need freedom of speech.
Yeah, very good. A clap to her. Freedom of speech. That's why I'm giving you time. Express yourselves.
Yeah.
Huh? You tell me reasons why you don't. There are some who don't enjoy life. And it's possible it may happen. But when we don't enjoy life because of others, what do we have to do? We just keep quiet? Okay, we have time to discuss about those things. Let's now share about the second question. Who can read the question? Jiru, can you read?
What can your family, community, and government do to ensure that you live fully life?
Now, maybe there was a problem here. There are people who don't enjoy their lives. Now, what can other people, your community, your family, your government do? What can it do for you to enjoy? They have to love us so that we enjoy. Do they love you? Yes.
Our community, like the district or any of the country, should provide the equipment for us to study here.
Anyway, this is leading us to our new lesson. We're talking about human rights in general. I want that everyone at the end, who can read the objective?
By the end of the lesson, using the given material and the support of the teachers, learners will be able to read and role-play the dialogue, explain and use correctly the new vocabulary in their own sentences, listen, talk, and write about the human rights, paying attention on the use of different types of verbs correctly. Action, linking, main, and helping verb.
Thank you very much. I think everyone can see there. So I want you to relate those pictures with the human rights that you remember. Or you already know. You told me you know some of them.
Yeah.
And it's okay. Do we have to know all of them? All the human rights that they are?
Yeah.
You can tell us about picture one. Picture one. Diane, you ready?
As I say, as grantees, we have the right to
What is it about first?
election.
It's related to the human rights.
As in Rwanda, there is the democracy. As the people in Rwanda, we have the right to make our leaders who will rule us.
We have right to vote. Have you started voting? No. Why? People are violating your right? No. What's wrong? Okay, picture two.
What is the picture? See a doctor treating a patient.
A doctor is treating a patient. So we have right to medication. Then here, though it is small, but you can't see. Yes.
Teacher teaching the students, so it's a right to education.
You see a teacher teaching which subject? Mathematics. Everyone has right? Education. Have right to. Do you remember the first human right? Yeah. I have a text here. Go through it in pairs. Can you pick one and pass the rest, please? Every pair should have one. Read it silently first. Okay, if you're done, you raise your hand. Okay. Who can read? Gonna read, then after we perform. Which pair? Huh? Sharon? Stand up, it's better you stand up. What if you come here at the front?
Morning, Keza!
Good morning. You seem excited. Do you want to tell me why?
Yes, I'll tell you. Last night I was watching a TV program and someone was discussing human rights. I learned things I had not learned before.
That's interesting. Tell me about it.
The person said that all human beings are born equal and free. Everyone should be treated with dignity.
But some people discriminate against others and restrict them.
That's true, but those who do so violate human rights should be punished.
I'm glad to learn these things. Are they written somewhere?
The person said that there is a document called the UN Human Rights Charter. You can download it from the internet.
I'll do that right away. I would like to become a human rights lawyer one day. Then I can defend people whose rights have been abused.
Let's have one clap. Okay, let's now look at the vocabulary. Vocabulary. Remember, Unit 5 is about human rights. Human rights. Vocabulary building. Think of the new vocabulary. What else? Discriminate. Dignity. The first one is charter. Charter. See like this? Can you scan the word in the dialogue?
Yes.
Charter. Where is it? Read the whole sentence.
The person said there is a document called...
Loudly, Sandrine.
The person said there is a document called the UN Human Rights Charter.
UN Human Rights Charter. What do you think? It is first a document, which states or describe UN describing the rights of a particular. It's a particular group of people. There it's UN. You know UN? Yeah. What is UN in full? United Nations. Charter as a written document. I think you have your notebooks, all of you. Written statement describing of people should have. So violating human rights is done through abusing, discrimination, or the rights that person has. Okay? It's like cruel of someone who does not have power for what? To prevent that. Prevent it. There are people who have power, that's okay, but especially for those who don't have that power. Do you know what you're going to do next? You're going to work on the same dialogues you have, and you underline all the verb part. Okay? You first analyze the sentences in that dialogue. Okay? They are sentences. Do you remember what characterizes a sentence? Yeah. It's what? It's what?
A sentence is characterized by subject and predicate.
Subject and predicate. Thank you. Those are the elements. Other characteristics? A sentence? Let me help you. Which part or what starts a sentence? For a sentence, to show the starting of a sentence, we should have a subject. How is that subject written? We are now talking about writing. Huh? Yes, please.
The subject should be started by a capital letter.
Very good. A clap for her. Capital letter. It ends with? Which one? A comma? Ending marks that are?
Exclamation mark.
Any other? No. That's all. Yeah. Now you underline the verb part. In the predicate, the two elements, then you underline the part composed of verb. One verb, it may be one verb or more than one. Get your paper again. Remember, we are paying attention on verbs, types of verbs. You can do it for 2 minutes. It's enough. It's now time to share. Can you write your findings here? Tell me the verbs in the first sentence. Come and write them here on the board. What's the first sentence in the dialogue?
Good morning, kids.
You seem excited. I only need write the sentence. Okay? Edwin. Let's write like 5 examples. Then Edwin, after you underline your verb part. The part made up of verbs or verb. It may be 1 or 2. The verb is? Really? What's the subject? You. You. Then the verb, we don't underline the subject. It's only you. You do what? Maybe we don't understand what a verb is. What's a verb? What's a verb? Yes, thank you. There are one verb.
You're excited.
There are two? There are two? 2 or 1? What do you think? Edwin, what do you think?
Okay, for me, I think that the verb is excited and seem it's just for helping you verb.
It's not a verb. Seem is not a verb. For Edwin, that's not a verb. This is the verb. This is not a verb. What's a verb? Before we underline the verb, so what's a verb? It's a word used to express an action. Only, let me give you an example. I am a teacher. Is there a verb in that sentence?
Yes.
Which one? Is that an action?
No.
Am I being a teacher?
Yeah, you're being a teacher.
I am. You are a girl. You are a student. Is that an action? It is expressing what? An action? What? Subject. It is just this saying who I am, the state of being. I am as teacher. I am fine. The state of being. So a verb can express an action or a state of being. We can express a state of being or an action. Okay, let's look for the other verbs in the dialogue. Maybe we shall see the examples. Now here, if I say, you seem excited today, what does it show? An action or a state of being?
State of being.
It means we have seen the first two types of verbs. They are action verbs, okay, that express actions, and others that express state of being. There are two things. As you see, it is used to link the subject to the state of that person. This you is, in other words, we can say, you are excited today, or you look excited. Now you can tell me other examples. Be, we have forms of be. After we have seem, we have look. Tell me other verbs. Some. Number one is an action verb. Action. Let's say action verbs. We say that there are verbs that are used to express. They are. Give an example in a sentence. A declarative sentence. Rita, you have never talked today. Give us one example. A sentence expressing an action. A declarative one. Please be first. We are writing in our books. Thank you. Another one is, another type, we have this linking. They link. Linking. Whether a verb is used to link words or to express action depends on its meaning in a sentence. Okay, let's study the following sentences. Okay, who can write them? Yes, and then this food tastes good. Do you like? I know you like soup. This soup tastes good. I also like the soup. This soup tastes. Then the second one, I tasted the soup. Don't worry. I tasted the soup. Okay, which verb there? Which taste expresses an action? And I tasted the food. Another one, this soup tastes good. Lian.
And in the second sentence, test
Correct? Yes. Then clap for her. Linking, then here. So don't say all of these verbs we have in the list are linking verbs. It depends on how they are used. The other one is auxiliary. Auxiliary. Who can write the word in full? I failed to complete the word. Can you? No, you. You have never talked. Then write all of them. Auxiliary. And the other one is to help the main verbs express an action or a state of being. Forms of be. Which other verb? Have. Have, had. All the forms of have. Other forms? Other verb? Yes? Can. She says can. How do you call such a verb? They are? Can write modal verbs. Do you know all of them? Apart from can, we have? Might, must. Yes, also the forms of do. When do we use those forms of do? Might, must. Do. When do we use those forms of do? Main action. Yes, to help in which situation? Asking a question or? Good. Then the main verbs, they are of course those action verbs or linking verbs. I think you can also note it down. Please, you're going to work in your groups. You understand? Then you're going to change the font color. Change the font color of the verbs as follows. Okay? Purple. Okay? Okay, consider the first choice. Guys, let us share 4 verbs in red. 4 verbs you have in red. Tell us 4 verbs in red. Yes, read. Going. Running. There are 3. Punishes. Punish. They are action verbs. Are they right? Other groups? Are they right? Yes. Can we clap for them? What can you do about human rights? Remember, the key unit competence is to use our English, our language, in the context of human rights. What can you do about human rights regarding English as a language? What are you able to do? Referring to the objective we had.
Okay. First of all, you should tell them about to make a speech.
You can give a speech.
Yeah.
To people who are violating their rights?
No, those who are being violated. Also those who violate others, and advise those who are violated to report.
Yes, you can advise them. How? Using English. How can English can be used to advocate for those people whose their rights are violated? Okay? So this is the end of our lesson today. See you next time.
Mwumvijwe mwese mwumve teacher, mitima nama mwumve teacher, mwubahe mwese nyakurama, iyasigara iyo ngazamura abakiza, nimumurebe mwirebe. niwe shema ribashengura no kubintyoza mushimirwa niwe